All right, Eli, it's a little odd to come here and not be running up into the stands. What do you think on that?
Yeah, it looks, just by the first glance of the dirt, looks like it's going to turn into more of a rutted track. I mean, you never know how things are going to dry out, but not in the stands. And to be honest, I don't really know exactly what this layout's going to be. I just kind of rolled in here. So, yeah, in the past, though, this place has been good for us.
Talk about the first turn and Triple Crown format this weekend. That's a interesting first turn.
Yeah, it's the 90, which is usually bad news for the guys on the outside. So qualifying is going to be super important. Get on the inside there, and you don't want to be the guy getting bumped on the outside, booted off those soft blocks.
Well, it's interesting because you got a couple jumps right at the first turn, so you're kind of skating to the right anyway.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, like the 90s, it's always a smash and bash to the bales on the outside. So gotta either be the guy with the holy or protect that inside.
Hey, last week you got that hole shot, and I think there were probably a lot of people thinking, "Oh man, it's over for this week."
I even thought that myself, and that wasn't the case. Normally when I'm in a position like that, I can kind of break away, and I wasn't able to. So that was disappointing. And the slide out, the front washing out, that crash was disappointing. And my charge actually wasn't a charge. I went backwards after I got back up. So it seemed like it was a good start, but it wasn't me. So got to regroup.
It's been an odd season.
It's been a really weird season. You get. It's just like there's, you think you're going to come in and dominate like you did years before, and there's something always new thrown at you. So you always got to be adapting and learning and improving, and hopefully we'll get there.
This stuff's never easy.
No, or else everyone would be doing it, right? So it's going to be a good challenge, and we're not totally out of it yet. When you look at the big picture, right? So we still got a lot of rounds to go, but got to kick it in gear here soon.
Well, good luck.
Thanks.
All right, Joey, what's the intel on the track this weekend?
You know about as much as I do. I talked to the guys, and they said that they kept the soft dirt for the corners and tried to use more of the drier, not crusty, but the drier dirt for the faces. So hopefully that in the long run it won't get as ruddy and won't get as gnarly or as dangerous with the ruts being all up the faces. But I don't know anything yet. I can tell you here in probably 30 minutes or so when I ride it, but that's all I got.
They're paying attention to where the dirt goes, right?
Yeah, no, I mean, when he told me that, I was like, that's awesome. At least to be conscious and be aware of it, I think is definitely a big step in the right direction. You very easily could have used the really soft, mushy dirt for the biggest jumps, and that never ends up being good. So the fact that they thought ahead and were like, all right, well, let's use the softer dirt to where it doesn't necessarily matter as much in the corners. Let's try to use the softer dirt or the drier dirt for the faces where they're jumping the farthest. So for me, that's awesome, but it's hard to say this early.
Qualifying matters this weekend.
That first turn is going to be brutal. So and there being 3 gate drops this weekend, it's going to be qualifying matters.
Triple brutal.
I mean it's hard enough when you have 1 gate drop to execute, but gonna have 3 of them this weekend. So and with a flat corner like that, it's gonna be interesting for sure.
Are you missing the run up into the stands or not?
I don't know. I didn't really care either way. There's always one line and always on the plywood. So I mean, I guess from the fans' perspective, it was probably pretty cool to see him go up in the stands, but for us, I mean, I don't know. It was something different. I didn't mind it, but it wasn't like a rhythm lane where you can make a pass or something. It was, for the most part, pretty one line.
I think it was a cool nod back to the Silverdome days.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm always down with something new or different, but I don't know. I'll just plead the fifth on that answer.
Well, good luck this weekend.
Thank you, man.
Week 2 looked better than week 1 out there.
Yeah, I think my riding's getting better. My bike's getting a lot better. We made a lot of changes last week in practice, and I think it definitely paid off for the night show. Made 2 mistakes in the main event, but I felt really good on the bike and had enough in the tank, I feel like, to make a charge towards Austin. But yeah, we're here in Detroit for week 3 and hopefully cut down that points lead and put some pressure on going into Atlanta.
I did see one crash shot that turned into kind of a meme fest over in the forum.
Yeah, that was in practice actually. Then I ended up crashing there in the main event. So yeah, that was in practice. I just lost the front end. My bike went one way and I went the other. So yeah, it was. They're definitely making some fun out of that one.
What do you think? Do you get a kick out of it, or does?
Oh
man.
Yeah, I mean I like it. It's fun. Everyone seems to be liking it, so just more publicity for me.
What do you see so far here?
The track actually looks really technical. I feel like the first 2 rounds have been pretty fast, and I wouldn't say one line, but definitely everyone's picking one main line that's fast. So this track looks like it has some options, and I'm excited to go out there and ride it.
Talk about Triple Crown. You said you had one under your belt.
Yep. Yeah, I had one last year on the West Coast, and see, last year I think West Coast did 1 and East did 2, and now this year East is doing 1 and West Coast has 2. So I only got 1 this year too, but it's going to be all about start and yeah, putting yourself in a good position and staying consistent, because I feel like especially in the 250 class, it's all about consistency for these 3 races. It can be kind of all over the place. So I'm looking forward to it. The track looks good, so I'm ready to race.
A couple of the guys I've talked to so far have said, hey, the starts or the qualifying really matters this week.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like for gate pick, obviously, you go straight into the races. So, and it's a full gate. It's not a heat race. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Just put a good lap in and practice and get a gate pick. I think you're going to want to be on the inside because this first turn looks like it's going to shove everyone wide. So, looking forward to it.
Talk a little bit about the track, what you see so far.
How's it going, Steve? I'm actually really excited to be here and kind of surprised because they used to run the turn that went up the stands, and I was looking forward when I saw the track map that they were going to have that, but obviously this year they don't. Interesting, first turn. It's very short. I think gate pick is going to be very important here, and obviously we have the Triple Crown for us is the first one of the year. So track looks a little soft. Obviously the dirt's been sitting outside, has been snowing and all that, and so far we've had pretty soft track. So last weekend the track developed really good, and the guys have been doing a great job getting the track nice and safe for us. And yeah, I look forward to this Triple Crown and get going. It's taking me a little bit to kind of find my flow. It's been quite a bit of time, a year since I raced, and yeah, it's been good so far.
I love interviews like this. I just wind you up, let you go. You covered pretty much everything I was going to ask you. So
yeah, I know kind of like what you're looking for, so I'm just kind of running it through, and I know people probably want to find out like what happened the first couple rounds, but we still got some time, a lot of racing left, and I just want to keep focusing one race at a time.
All right, Austin, 2 for 2. You gonna take it easy on him this weekend, or you've been beating up on him?
Nah, I don't plan on going easy at all. I plan on making them work for it and making it even harder on them with me getting good starts and stuff. That's kind of been what has making my year as good as it has been. It's just been starts, and I've been getting away and being able to ride my laps. So that's the plan, is just to keep doing that and keep winning. Obviously is the plan. We got the Triple Crown race tomorrow night, so it'll be interesting. But as long as I can just keep getting good starts, that's going to be even more crucial since the races are a bit shorter.
Yeah, you got to be careful in that first turn this week.
Yeah, it kind of goes straight into a rhythm section too. So that's going to be the first turns. The last couple races have been the exact same. They were a left-hander kind of sweeper. You go like around a section. You go like through like 2 sections. So they've been exactly the same. So this is going to be the first race where it's going to be a different first turn. Kind of go in with some speed into a rhythm section. So it's going to be a bit different, but it doesn't matter. It's how you get off the gate. So, and I've been good at that lately. So just keep that going.
All right, Ben, how's the season been so far?
Season's pretty good. I kind of had some ups and downs, but overall it's been pretty good. I getting right around 17th, 18th every weekend, which sucks, but it's pretty good. The competition is stacked, and then I got 15th at San Diego in the mud, and then a well-deserved 15th last weekend in Dallas. Was up, crashed, went off the track, and then caught all the way back up to 15th again. So I was happy last weekend. Just want to keep it going and try to keep gaining a few more spots in the main.
Were you one of the guys that took the offer from Feld on the?
No, I haven't taken my check yet. I'm still. To be honest, I haven't really done much with it. I'm just kind of worrying about where we're at right now in the season and focusing on my training and all that. But
we're working it out with the Ted Parks and the team, working on some stuff, trying to make it more feasible for a bike, and there's a lot of things that need to be replaced on it. So we'll see what happens, but no, I haven't taken the check yet.
All right, John, you got kind of put in an awkward spot at the end of the main last week.
Yeah, that was a strange one for me. Austin lapped me, and then he tried to play it safe at the end of the race and just cruise her to the finish, and I kind of was still wanting to race forward, so I had to unlap myself. I was trying not to affect his race in any way, but I wanted to still put in some laps.
It's weird to get thrown in that way.
Yeah, it is, because I know he's got a lot at stake, and of course I still am trying to race my race, so it's different.
How's your season been?
Well, that was the first round I got to race, so new bike, first round for me. It was good starting point. 15th isn't a great number, but I'll take a solid weekend and let's move forward.